Will the Rays be safe this year? And one of the guys who we want to stay
from
safe
the playoffs.
Well, no, safe from injury. Shane McClanahan's the guy I'm thinking about here. Shane McClanahan is a guy who is just electric when he's healthy. And the problem with Shane McClanahan is he's very rarely healthy. And
when's the last time he was healthy?
Even when
been forever.
Right, and even when he's good to go, in on opening day, there's just always fear with Shane McClanahan that it's only a matter of time.
Sometimes we think he's good to go, or he's just about to be good to go, or good news, it's just a nerve thing.
But you're going to need him. And for the Rays to succeed this year, and we think about, and we've talked about it, we know it, pitching, defense, pitching, defense, pitching, defense. There's not a lot of big bats on this team. Junior Caminero is really the only big, massive bat. You've lost the production now of Brandon Lau. You've lost the production of Josh Lowe. The big bats are gone. So you got to be able to pitch.
If the Rays are going to have any chance, the pitching staff can't be good. It needs to be elite.
From top to bottom. And when I think outside of Shane McClanahan as an elite ace when he's healthy, I know Drew Rasmussen has it in him. Ryan Pepio is hopefully ascending and getting better in his career, which I think that is happening. And then you have the addition of Steven Matz and Nick Martinez. And it gives you, the Martinez signing gives you that final spot in the rotation, but
does it feel elite?
It does not feel elite. Now, hopefully, Joe Boyle and Ian Seymour and some of these guys can start to reach that level, that next level. I'm not talking elite status like Shane McClanahan when he's healthy, but Joe Boyle, he's got the size, he's got the ability.
He's got signs of being that guy.
He's just got to be able to find the consistency. And you're right. Nobody jumps out off this page when I look at this starting staff heading into the season as a dominant rotation. But if they can be good and Drew and Shane McClanahan can be great and stay healthy, and Drew Rasmussen doesn't have to be great but can be really good as we've seen him be consistently.
I think the entire staff needs to be elite for them to compete, to actually compete.
I think the bullpen needs to be more elite than the starting staff for them to compete.
Well, see, when I say staff, I think of both. Like, to me, the pitching staff is the rotation and the bullpen.
Okay, so
right? And I think the entirety of it. I think the bullpen needs to be elite. I think the starting rotation needs to be elite. They're not going to win with offense, this team.
I feel very confident that Griffin Jax is going to be much more consistent in a full year with the Rays than coming over in the trade last year.
You would expect that, for sure.
Edwin Uceda's got so much great ability. He's got so much life on his pitches. He's just got to be able to find that consistency as well. But we've seen when Uceda's lights out, you can't hit him.
He was elite a couple years ago, and the last year took the kind of the down dive. I could see him kind of being somewhere in the middle of that.
Clevenger, they've got pieces in this bullpen that I believe in. So for them to be able to just compete this year, you're right, from top to bottom, not just the starting rotation, the bullpen, they have to be pretty close to elite, from my estimation, to be able to compete in what is going to be another rigorous year in the AL East.
When you look around the division, you say better or worse than last year?
The division is better than last year.
What about the Rays?
The Rays are worse than last year.
Yeah. And I'm not, honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if they're as good or better than last year, but compared to the rest of the division, I think you were just about to go there, right? That maybe they're not worse than last year.
No, I was going to go where the division kind of struck out when you look at it in its entirety and what movements happened in this offseason and some of the trades that were made, some of the moves that were made. The AL East kind of struck out here. We talk about Toronto, and they were in it on the Kyle Tucker sweepstakes, and they didn't get Kyle Tucker. But the thing is, they still have, and they lost Bo Bichette. They still have the Vlad Guerrero Jr. They still have a lot of big pieces. So I don't think they got much better, but they're better than the Rays. And that's kind of what we're looking at here is who is better than the Rays. The Red Sox.
Who isn't better than the Rays?
The Red Sox, I don't think they got much better. I mean, you saw Alex Bregman go to the Cubs, sign a deal with the Cubs.
But they were already significantly better than the Rays.
Right, but you asked who did everyone get better? And
I said, did the division get better?
I think the division got better in general because The Orioles started to make some moves. The Orioles really, we saw that digging out of our roster here in Tampa Bay. But
they were so good 2 years ago. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if they found a way to put it back together. Certainly more so than the Rays.
They put a lot of money to get Pete Alonso over there, so they made some moves. The Yankees didn't do too much. So the division as a whole got better, and the Rays didn't. But the division didn't get great. Like, there were a lot of teams that made moves this offseason. In this division, they tried, they just couldn't. Typically, we see with the Yankees, they make a lot of moves, right? And they try to bring, especially when you see other teams making the moves to get better. And one of their biggest moves was just re-sign Cody Bellinger.
Yeah, that's true.